everyone. I'm Vincenzo Calla, and welcome to Top 5 in 5. Today, I'm joined by the Conservative MP for Regina, Qu'Appelle, and the former leader of the Conservative Party of Canada, the Honourable Andrew Scheer, for episode 10. Thanks, Andrew, for joining me today. So let's get right into these fun and simple questions. The first question is, what is your favorite book?
This is one of those toughest questions because it's so hard to pick one, and I like different books for different reasons. I like some of the classic literature things, and when I was in high school, I would usually pick Ernest Hemingway's book, For Whom the Bell Tolls, or Farewell to Arms, or two books I kind of remember really enjoying in high school. When I like to really kind of geek out on economics, I really like Hazlitt's Economics in One in One Lesson. I really enjoy Roman history. There's a series of books by Robert Graves about Claudius the Emperor, Claudius, and Claudius the God. So it's hard. I like Roman history. I like economics, and I like kind of the classic fiction books. So it's really tough to pick one.
Good mix of three different genres. I have my favorite books in all three different, in so many different types of genres. So the next question is, what is your favorite food?
Well, my wife got me a smoker for Father's Day a few years ago, and I've really enjoyed trying different things out, doing some different things on the smoker. So right now, they had briskets on sale at the co-op near my house a few weeks ago, and I went and got a few of those. So when I have the time and I can do like a 12-hour low and slow brisket on the smoker, try out some different rubs, that's probably my favorite right now.
That sounds really good. It's I always like a good piece of meat that's cooked for a long time and tastes delicious. So the third question is, what is your favorite hobby?
That's another good question. I've really gotten into hunting in the last few years. Now I got a bit more time. So my some friends and I, we joined the Wildlife Federation in Regina, and we go out and do skeet shooting and different type of target practice. I coached my son's baseball little league this year. I love baseball. I grew up a huge Jays fan. My relatives are from, my mom's side of the family is from Mississauga, so we used to visit the family every summer, and I was always able to catch a Jays game. So love baseball. It's a little bit tough to follow the Jays with the election this year. Kind of missed out on some of the race for the pennant, but definitely sports. Big into sports. We've got a big sports family. My wife's brother played professional football in the U.S. and Canada, so combination of sports and some outdoor activities. Those are kind of my two favorite ways to pass my time.
A perfect mix. So the fourth question is, what is something that you have always wanted to do?
That's a tough question. I don't. So I've always had this so I have a mild hesitancy about flying and heights, but it also comes with a bit of a fascination with it. And I kind of always wish I could go skydiving. I think it would be a combination of insanely exciting and also insanely terrifying. And I haven't yet worked up the courage to kind of make that happen. But that's something, every time I see a YouTube video or a Facebook reel of someone skydiving, I always have this little bit of envy, like, oh, I wish I could, get in a plane and jump out of it. That looks like it would be a tremendous amount of fun, but also legitimately terrifying.
You're probably the third or fourth person or fifth person that has either wanted to jump out of a plane or fly a plane on my show. Is there something about politicians wanting to just go in the sky and just fly somewhere or jump out of something? I don't know. I'll continue to see as I interview more politicians and see what else they want to do. So the fifth and final question is, what is one piece of life advice that you want to give?
Oh, wow. That's another one where, as I'm sure everybody, as you get older, you recognize things that you would do differently or do more of. And one thing I would give advice is, question everything. Look behind everything. When someone is telling you something, find out about the person who's telling you that thing, and find out if there's an angle there. Fact check. Do your own fact checking. Don't just take what the media is presenting. Don't just take what large institutions are just presenting as fact. Take a few minutes, do your own research, do your own fact checking. I guarantee you'll always be better off if you do educate yourself a little bit and go beyond just the superficial reporting in the mainstream media. And then on a kind of a professional level, advice I often get asked, what advice would you give to young people who are considering a career in politics? My advice there is just always make sure that you're building bridges, not burning them. I know a lot of people who have flamed out in politics because they start, fighting with their own team, or they pick up their marbles and go home, or they have big, they look for reasons to have fights with people who they should be normally allied with. And so my advice is, always make sure you're building bridges. It's okay in this business to disagree. It's okay to back a different candidate. I have friends who back different candidates for different leadership races or different local nominations, but at the end of the day, you all work together as a team, and don't let those internal points of division mean that you make an enemy. Always look to make friends, not enemies, and to get along with people, and that's a huge upside in this business, is you get to meet so many wonderful people. And if you're always kind of doing that in a positive way rather than kind of a negative, looking for people to fight against, I think you're going to have a much better experience and probably have better results professionally as well.
Both really good pieces of advice, and great way to end off my 10th episode of this show. So that is all for today. Thanks, Andrew, for joining me. If you liked today's interview, make sure to check out my other interview with Andrew on YouTube for Let's Discuss Politics. To stay updated, make sure to follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and here on Instagram at VC Productions 25. Check out my website at vincenzocalla.com. Make sure to like and share this video. Make sure to also subscribe to my YouTube channel and choose to get notifications. The link is in my bio. Top 5 and 5 is a VCalla production. So until the next video, I'm Vincenzo Calla, signing out.